And then tomorrow, when you get to the office, you're in the supermarket or at the doctor's, the dentist, the hotel, whatever it may be, take the damn stairs. Simon the Buddha here. Thank you very much for joining me as always, and that is correct. Today, we're just going to talk about some basic stuff you can do in your life right now, which is not only going to improve your overall health and fitness, but may also improve your physique. Now, there's nothing here that's going to make you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But it's just a few things that I always like to think is good as a reminder, because we get into routines and we start thinking outside the box when actually we should be sticking to tradition. So yes, that's right. It's 7 easy choices you can make right now for a better physique. 7, take the stairs. I know, you're already saying to yourself, well, Simon, that's completely obvious. Why would I take a lift? Why would I take an elevator? Well, a lot of people do. A lot of people see that escalator especially. They're like, well, that's much easier. Even if you're going up one floor, just take the stairs. Because if you're doing this, say on your walk you have to go up 1 flight of stairs every single day. Well, over 7 days, that's 7 flights of stairs. And over 2 weeks, that's 14 flights of stairs. And all of a sudden, you're just upping your cardiovascular activity and making your heart thump for a little bit, as opposed to just standing there and not even doing anything. I mean, what is the point of that? And I understand that sometimes we're tired, but I tell you, when it comes to going up the stairs, it really is habit. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and they said this. I just realized I was doing it because I always do it. And then I realized I'm in control of my body. I'm in control of the future. I'm in control of my fate. Why don't I just take the stairs? And she did take the stairs, and what do you know it? It's now a nice little new fitness thing that she does, and she's not going to be burning massive amounts of calories, but she actually walks up 4 flights of stairs, right? Her office is on the 4th floor of the building. So if she does that up and down every single day, it's just a little something extra. And if you're someone that struggles to get in your 10,000 to 20,000 steps every single day, because it is hard, especially with work and whatever else you've got going on, that is the perfect way to do it. So just introduce it. Not tomorrow, right now. If you're watching this at work and you shouldn't, don't tell anybody. Take the stairs when you leave today. It's easier going down than it is coming up, so you already sort of got that one on the back burner. And then tomorrow, when you get to the office, you're in the supermarket or at the doctor's, the dentist, the hotel, whatever it may be, take the damn stairs. You'll get to the top and you'll be huffing and puffing a little bit because, of course, you've exerted more energy. But you've done something. You've used your body, and I promise you down the line, long way down the line, it's going to help your physique. And number 6 is don't drink your calories. We have talked about not drinking your calories a lot here on this channel, but I still do not believe that some people understand what that means. Now, you're allowed beer, you can have a milkshake, you can have a fizzy drink like a non-diet one, you can do all of these things. No one's here to stop you. It's your life, and you have to live it the way you want to live it. However, when people sit down for a cheat meal or a treat meal, this is what I see them do. They have 1,500 calories to use, whatever it may be. So they have a pizza, maybe they have some nachos, they're really meticulous and they figure it all out, and then they have a beer, and then they have 2 beers. I'm like, well, are you going to include that on your sheet of paper? And they're like, no. Now, if you have 2 beers, it could be anywhere from like 500 to 800 calories. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a hell of a lot of calories if you're only meant to be eating 1,500 calories for your cheat meal, and then you're eating close to 2,500, something has gone terribly wrong. So, not only do you have to count the calories from what you're drinking, I mean, why wouldn't you do that? If it goes down your gullet, it probably has a calorie, right? So you've got to check it. But a great way to change absolutely nothing is just not drink your calories. So you can have a diet beer, you can have a diet fizzy drink, you can have all this diet stuff that's only going to have 1, 2, maybe sort of a maximum of 10 calories, but drinking is going to have to, body's going to have to burn some calories to drink it, so it's going to be cancelling itself out anyway. And that is the number one thing, I should put number 1, I didn't, this is no particular order, but it's the number one thing that I see people take out of their diets, and then 6 months down the line, they're like, holy shit, that made all the difference. I'm not telling you to cut out booze. I'm just telling you to incorporate it into every other thing that you're drinking and eating. Somebody I know, bless their heart, they didn't mean this in a bad way. They didn't know that sugar was carbohydrate. So they were on a no sugar diet and they were having coffee and they're putting sugar in there. And I thought, oh, what happened to your no sugar diet? They didn't know. No carbohydrate diet. They didn't know that sugar married up with that. Now, in my world, that seems a little bit crazy, but the only way you can learn is when somebody tells you. So this is me telling you, and now you're allowed to do with that information whatever you wish. Number 5 is put your weights back. Now, I don't mean put your weights back because gym etiquette. Well, I do mean that because I think gym etiquette's really important, and don't be a goober. But let's just say you have finished doing the bench press. We always go to the bench press. You've done 3 amazing sets and you're feeling pretty good. You do realize, let's say you've done 100 kilograms. You've got 20, 40, you've got 2 20s and a 10. If you take that 10 off, and you re-rack it. Then you do the 20, then you do the 20, then you do the 10, you do the 20, you do the 20. You have just moved 100 kilograms. Like, it's a different way to move 100 kilograms, and you've done it in sections, but you've still done 100 kilograms. Do you not think there may be some benefit to lugging some extra weight around when you're in the gym, especially over the 3, 4, 5, 6 month year period? Of course there is. Now, of course, like I say, you should be tidying yourself up after yourself anyway. What are you, like a schmerl? No, your parents didn't drag you up. You know what to do. You don't make a mess of your house or not tidy it up, so why would it be the same as the gym? But that's another reason. If you need impetus to do it, it is extra exercise. It is extra muscle stimulus. Again, we are talking 0.5% to 1%, but it still counts. And if you're aiming for that perfect physique and you do think you hit a little bit of a barrier, or you do think you've hit a plateau, why wouldn't you want to get all of this in when 1, you're doing the right thing anyway, 2, you're being respectful to whoever's going to use it next, 3, and it's benefiting you. So that's what I want you to do from now on. I want you to put every single weight away. Hell, why don't you go around the gym and start putting other people's weights away? I tell you who's amazing at this, right? The Japanese football fans at the World Cup. They just went to a random game and they tidied up after all the other fans. That is respect, my friends, and we should all be like the Japanese. Number 4 is a bit of a silly one, but why the hell not? Do calf raises when you're cooking, or when you just stood there. You could do it right now when you're sat down in a chair. Now, it's not going to stimulate any major kind of a growth, because you are just doing this with your legs, like you're some kind of a Lego man or a Lego woman. But if you are struggling to sort of slab some muscles onto your calves, why not do it? If you're there frying up some chicken or you're cooking some pasta, whatever it may be, just stand there and do some calf raises. I tell you this, if you do it super duper slow, and I'm talking when you're going up, you go like 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds, and on the way down you try and do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds, it's going to require a lot of balance. Your calves will start to ache, and because your calves can take a battering because they're part of your legs, which are holding you up 24 hours a day, it may just be beneficial. I've started doing this, and again, I'm always going to have crappy calves. I've accepted this, mostly because I didn't train them hard enough when I first got into the gym, so now I'm playing catch up. But I just try and flex my calves as much as possible all the time, and while it is minor, I have seen the difference. And given that they were absolutely horrendous before, this bald idiot will take it. Number 2 kind of doubles back down to what we said in number 7 or whatever it was, but look, diet, light, everything. And I am talking about diet fizzy drinks. I am talking about light cheeses. I am talking about, light milk, such as almond milk or oat milk, whatever those milks are, that have less calories in them. I'm talking about skinny sauces that have basically 1-2 calories in them. Any kind of thing that you crave, you can find a lighter calorie version. Now, when you first switch to this, you're probably going to think it sucks. You'll be eating the light cheese going, doesn't taste like real cheese. No, because you're used to real cheese. But after a few weeks, you're going to forget, and all of a sudden the light cheese will just taste like cheese. The Diet Coke will just taste like Coke. What you're doing is getting rid of the sugar, you're getting rid of the excess fat that you don't need. And of course, you don't need to be scared of carbohydrate, you don't need to be scared of fat. And if you want some of these, it's always everything in moderation. But if you're struggling again, and you're still relying on these things, you don't have to. And you don't have to give them up entirely. Like I, at the moment, am using what Skinny Co, I think they're called. Skinny Co's maple syrup. Now, I haven't had real maple syrup in around about a decade. So to me and my brain, it's sweet. It makes my oats taste nicer. Therefore, it's maple syrup, and I'm quite literally saving hundreds of calories. So it's right there. Why the hell would you ignore it? Embrace modern technology. And in at number 1, give in. What I mean by that is don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Don't put fitness on a pedestal. Don't think the gym is the be-all and end-all. Just respect the fact that you like the gym. Enjoy the gym. Go to the gym. Make sure you have a nice diet because you know it's good for your heart. It's good for your health and happiness, and you want to have a long, exciteful life. And then all of a sudden, it's not a problem. And you will get a better physique because your cortisol levels are going to come down, your stress levels are going to come down, but you'll also be more productive in the gym. Think about taking a meeting at work. If you go in there and you're late and your car's broken down and you're sweating and your tie's all groovy woovy, if you go in there like that, you're going to be like, right, everyone, and it's just not going to be a good meeting. But if you go there and you're chilled and you've been there in time, you've had a glass of water, you've had your lunch, it's going to result in a better meeting. And it's exactly the same with the gym. Even though when we do go into the gym, we kind of need to have some level of anxiety because we're trying to lift so much weight. If you approach it with a positive mindset and if you approach it with a shrug emoji attitude, you get more out of it, as opposed to when you go in there saying, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that, I don't know how I'm going to do it, it's going to absolutely suck. And then it will suck, because that's what you manifested into existence. And it would be great if more, I call myself a fitness influencer, I think that's quite a generous term, but I think if more people actually praise this as opposed to, you gotta try as hard as possible, the world would be a better damn place. Just give in. give in to the gym. I know I sound like a hippie from 1962, but it's true. Also, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the bell ding ding so when other videos going live, there will be a video on the screen. Please do give it a click. Grillermind.com/Simon. Just go to Simon, get 10% off. I do believe the Black Friday deals are happening this weekend, so you get 20% off with that code at the moment. So go and use it. Buy a load of stuff in bulk so you never have to buy again. Patreon.com/Simon316. If you want to support me that way, I've got my Fitness Palace of Love tees in conjunction with Samson Athletics. You can now actually buy other Samson Athletics goods using my affiliation code. Both are in the description down there. So please buy my t-shirt. And if you like another one, make sure you use the stuff down there as well. I get a little bit of money, and I think they're great clothes, which is why I'm happy to be in business with them. At Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on Cameo if you want a shout out. And I believe that's it. We've talked about it. Goodbye.